Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to learn and teach about the process of RDNA technology. We have already discussed so far the 8 marks which are coming in IP 2021 after glycolysis and Krebs cycle. There is very important questions. The process of RDNA technology and the tools of RDNA technology. In this process, in this lesson today we are going to teach the RDNA technology. So, before that we have to know what is a biotechnology. Biotechnology has varied రకరకాలైనటువంటి డెఫినేషన్స్ ఇచ్చారు. వీటిలో యూరోపియన్ బ్యూరో ఫెడరేషన్ వాళ్ళు ఐఎఫ్బి వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చినటువంటిది ఒకటి. So in this RDNA technology, for our convenience sake, we have to divide the whole question into 8 subtopics. In that, first one is isolation of desired gene. The isolation of desired gene has been divided into A, B, C, D. One is isolation of DNA and fragmentation of DNA and isolation of desired DNA fragment and application of desired gene by PCR. Then what is meant by PCR? Polymerase chain reaction. So isolation of DNA is a simple process. So nucleic acids and genetic material of organism in the form of DNA. It is enclosed by membrane and surrounded by other cellular conditions. By using enzymes like lysozyme cellulase, the cell wall can be digested. So if you take the plant material, we use a cellulase. So if you take any fungal, we can take chitinase. So after dissolving the cell wall, the membranes of RNA proteins can be removed by using power detergents. After ribonuclease, by using additional ethanol, the purified DNA is precipitated. So this is the first step of isolation of DNA. The first you must remember 4 types: isolation of desired DNA, insertion of isolated DNA into a DNA or gene into a suitable vector, introduction of recombinant vector into the host, selection of transferred host into the cells. The first isolation of desired genes has been divided into 4. Again repeating that: isolation of DNA, fragmentation of DNA, isolation of desired DNA fragment, amplification of desired gene by PCR. After isolation, how to do fragmentation? The purified DNA is cut into a number of fragments by restriction endonucleases, which are called the molecular scissors. This process is called resoluting enzyme digestion. Once I repeating, this is called resoluting enzyme digestion. After fragmentation of DNA, isolation of desired DNA, fragmentation of DNA can be separated by agarose-gel electrophoresis. Since DNA was negatively charged, so they accumulate towards the cathode and then can be extracted from the gel pieces. So then agarose-gel process it's called. Then after, the last topic is amplification of desired gene by PCR. Polymerase chain reaction, multiple copies of desired fragments are synthesized in vitro. Hence, the 2 sets of primers and the enzymes DNA polymerase are used. In this process, a billion copies are made. And I am showing one diagram for concern RDNA process. So I am showing this diagram. All students are requested to read and write down the answer in any process. This RDNA process. If you have any doubts, please interact with me. Then after you come to second actually insertion of isolated gene into a suitable vector, or this is called, another words it is called ligation of DNA fragment into a vector. So both are equal. insertion and ligation both are equal. So for this we have to select a suitable vector. Generally we use the bacterial plasmids. We use as a vectors for DNA, RDNA technology. In this ligation of DNA fragments into a vector, this requires a vector DNA and the source of DNA. So the bacterial DNA fragment యాజ్ యూజువల్గా ఐసోలేషన్ డిఎన్ఏ చేసినట్టుగా ఎంజైమ్స్ తోటి కణకవచాన్ని కరిగించేసి సో డైల్యూట్ విత్ ఎంజైమ్స్ దెన్ ఆఫ్టర్ కట్ ద సర్క్యులర్ డిఎన్ఏ ప్లాస్మిడ్ ఇంటూ ఏ linear structure. So these it requires vector DNA and source DNA. These are cut with the same endonuclease to obtain sticky ends. So both can be ligated. Mixing vector DNA gene is interested and enzyme DNA ligase. Here we use the enzyme DNA ligase. So here there is a 2 marks question under may be asked what is the role of RNA polymerase or DNA polymerase enzyme. So to form DNA. So if the foreign DNA or alien DNA assembles with the own DNA, it is called recombinant DNA or RDNA. So insertion of RDNA into the host cell. This can be done by several ways. DNA can be forced to the host cell, incubating the cell with RDNA on ice. It enables the bacteria to take up the DNA. The micro injection method, one used for RDNA, is directly injected into the nucleus of the animal cell. In the gene gun method, cells are bombarded with high velocity microparticle of gold coated with DNA. So if it enters the host cell, it produces so many DNA or alien DNA, recombinant DNA. This is called chimeric DNA. Then after the last one is selection of transformed host cells. So this can be for our convenience sake we divided into two, obtaining the foreign gene product and downstream processing. So what is downstream processing is after completion of the biosynthetic stage, the product has been processed before to ready for marketing as a finished product. This purified and మార్కెటింగ్ చేయడానికి వీలుగా తయారు చేయడానికి ఏమంటారంటే డౌన్ స్ట్రీమ్ ప్రాసెస్ అంటారు. దిస్ ప్రాసెస్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ separation and purification. So separation and purification is called downstream process. So here I am sending this 8 marks process of DNA technology. Simply you can read and write. Then after I am going to teach the tools of RDNA technology.